Hey guys, Flabaliki here today and welcome to Prison Architect. Now, since last time I have learnt a lot more about this game. Don't worry, I've been playing this game like mad. I think I've got like something 20 hours on it or something like 20 hours. I know a lot more about it and I know how to play. So what I asked on Twitter was if you guys wanted me to do a week of Prison Architect videos, because I know a lot of you love to watch this game and a lot of you wanted to see me play more of it. And before I did any more, I really wanted to actually learn how to play, and that's what I've done. I've played a lot by myself, and I've watched some videos around the interwebs to learn, and I think I've got a pretty good grasp on it. So I think we're going to go with... yeah, we're just going to stay small. There's no reason to get any bigger. We can always expand if need be. Continuous intake, we're going to leave off because I want to be able to control that. Fog of war, yeah, that's fine. Alright, play. So what I want to do is... I'm going to pause it first of all. I want to plan my prison. Like, I want to do a lot of planning because I want to... I want to know what I'm doing, and I want you guys to know what I'm doing as well. So then it's just a lot easier for everyone. So basically what I had in mind, I want to do a big sort of... oh, well, I can just show you like this, actually. Probably be the easiest way to do it. I want to do something like this, where obviously probably... fix it up a little nicer, but basically this is outside in the center and this is all the building. But I don't think that's actually a good idea because, like, I've only just thought about this now. If I put the cells around here, then they can just tunnel out right there. So that's probably not what I want to do now that I think about it. But I need to design this in a way that I can, that I can build it with the $90,000 that we have, because with all the grants, we basically get 110,000 when we complete a couple of the grants. So we want to make sure we can actually build this thing, at least in pieces. But what we're going to do, one helpful thing that I saw some people doing was just getting rid of all the trees first, because they just get in the way. So I'm just going to go around and we're going to select dump on it. Why is it? I find there's always a tree in the middle of the road for some reason. I'm just going to get rid of that because it's annoying. I'm going to get rid of all these trees. There's a piece of grass there, which is odd. But yeah, so then we're going to start designing the prison after this. And I don't know how long that's going to take. Probably a while. I have no idea what I'm going to do yet. And I'm still quite a novice at this game. Like, I actually know what to do and what I need to do now. Like, I know workshops are good and what they do, and I know that you actually need a kitchen to have a canteen work, which I did not know in the first video I did, which was a bit embarrassing. But that's okay, because I had no idea what the game was, and I had never played it before. So, yeah, there is that. And what was that noise? Oh, okay, sorry. Things are disconnecting and reconnecting from my computer. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to disable system sounds, so in case that does happen again, we won't hear it. Alright, so that'll get rid of all the trees, which will just speed it up. Actually, what we're going to do right now before I forget is turn off prisoner intake. We're not going to get any prisoners tomorrow, just because we need to wait till they'll clean that up. Alright, so while that's going, I'm just going to have a drink of water. Because my plan is, there's a lot of materials coming in, which I don't know why. Why aren't they getting off the truck either? Go there. They're kind of just sitting. Normally, I guess because they only have to remove trees. Maybe it's because they don't have any other work, so they don't consider that something they have to do. I don't know. Anyways, they go around to move the trees. Right. So we're gonna start off with we're gonna do a nice big wall around the prison, because that's something I always do anyways. Like in the ones I've been doing by myself, I always do a wall around it. So this is just planning mode. This isn't gonna do anything, but. I want to find the center as well. How big is this place? I do not know. So from the top all the way to the bottom is 80 meters. So if we go down to 40, where is that? 40, and then, yeah. So that means that and that is the center right there. So how come, why wouldn't they just put these in the center? That's so annoying. Alright, well we're going to move those now because that's going to be annoying me. What do I want to do? Rooms. What am I looking for? Garbage. So we're going to move garbage to... so that's where the center is. We'll do it... it's going to be inside the wall. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just completely... I don't know how... it doesn't need to be that big, actually. How big is that one? I think it's about that size. 8x5? Is that how big it is? I don't know. Yeah, they have 8x5. Alright, get rid of that one. That's garbage. Oh, I've kind of mangled deliveries up a little bit. Let's do deliveries here as well. Let's just do 8x5 for now. Okay, and then we'll sort that out as we come to it, as we're doing all the planning. So I think, have they got rid of all the trees? There's a couple there still. They're getting ready to dump, are they? Hang on. Make sure they're being dumped. Yep, they are. Alright, so we'll keep in... There's no... We don't need to actually pause the game, but I don't want people running around while I'm trying to plan. So, this is going to be our entrance then, right there. Okay, so, basically we need to have all the rooms, or at least plan out everything that we need. I want to do some pretty modular cell blocks in the fact that I want to be... Because the way that this is going to happen, we're going to have to earn this money. So, really the things I need to start off with are, obviously we need cells. We don't really need a holding cell, but we have to do it for one of the grants, so we'll do that. But then we'll get rid of it probably. So we need a cell, we need solitary, we need canteen, we need kitchen, we need shower, we need yard, which is pretty easy. We don't need storage, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Oh, well, I do want to do a workshop first off, because that is the easiest way to make money. Well, the quickest anyways, you get the most money out of a workshop. So I do want to do one of those. So I want to make sure that's possible. Offices, we need 5 offices. Infirmary, we need that for one of the grants. Morgue, we don't actually need a morgue, but we'll probably do one. Common room, okay, so pretty much everything. There's a few things we don't need, but the main thing I want to make sure I do is actually do a workshop straight off the bat, because in a prison I was doing myself, I didn't realize workshops gave you millions of dollars. Well, they don't give you millions, but you know what I mean. They give you a fair amount. So everything's gone. All right. That's good. So... yeah, alright, so let's start planning it. So we want to do, basically at the front of the prison, we want to do, obviously, deliveries. That's one of the things. I don't know if I want it inside the wall or outside of the wall. I guess it could be its own little room. Maybe if we do something like that, and then just have a door on the inside here. Hang on. Oops. Get rid of that. And we can do some garbage. I don't know if I want... Well, garbage doesn't... do I want... I don't know if I want them inside or outside, basically, of the prison. Decisions! I don't know. We'll leave it like that for now, and we'll have a look. So we got deliveries there. This will be our entrance, so we'll have a large jail door there, and probably another one here, so it's like a double thing that you have to go through. And then we'll come to this hallway, I think. Not necessarily a hallway, just a place where there's a pathway. It could just be outside. And we want to do some... So at the front, basically, I want to leave room for visitation. And I want to leave room for the officers, because that's not really part of the prison. But we need to do them. So, maybe if we can do officers... Wait, how... this is... So officers, we need to do 4x4. That's only 3. That's good. Good stuff. So if we do... So that's an officer, which is annoyingly a different size to that, which kind of gets me goat. Unless we do it like this, and then increase deliveries. But then it just seems like a waste of space for deliveries, like... And then, I don't know. Alright, let's work with that for now, and then we're gonna go for another office here. Like that. Oh, that's weird, what have I done? That's not big enough. Right, so we're gonna do that. Have a few officers there, and then, so that will be for our... who do we need? We need chief, foreman, oh, who's the other guy? Psychologist, and... Who's the other one I'm thinking of? Accountant. And then one for the warden. We can do more, I guess, in the prison sort of area. So then if we've done that, what we can do... I think this will just be outside, maybe they... Actually, maybe they could have their own little entrance. So we do a wall there, and then they could have like a little staff door that comes in here. I mean, they don't actually need to leave ever. You don't even need to do doors to the offices, really, but... For the sake of realism, I think we should. But there could just be a whole separate entity right there, I think. Could be good, actually, because they don't need to go anywhere. So I think if we just do like a door there, and then have doors to each of their offices, like so, that could work. Actually, you know what? We can use object for that. And then we can use, and then I'll do a little pathway that'll be there. That's good. Yeah, so I think that's okay. And then what I want to do, maybe if we... Deliveries and garbage. Garbage definitely doesn't need to be that big. I don't want to... Okay, so I think that... I like how I've done the offices. So I need to make sure I can build all this with the money. So I want to plan out a majority of the place, but not so much... That requires too much money, I guess. So, Visitation, I guess we want to do somewhere. I don't know how I want to do this. Okay, so we got offices, and we're going to need, obviously, a place for utilities as well, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe if we put that back, and... So utilities, how big are they, actually? The items. Where are they? Utilities. What am I doing? Power station. They're 3 by 3, okay. So, let's go back into planning. And objects, 3 by 3. So, okay, but the thing is, if I want to put capacitors around these, they can't touch, otherwise everything blows up, so that's not a good idea. So that's kind of not a really good spot for it. Does not have enough room. Maybe if we do it over here, we do... So really, we need to leave 5 by 5 for the things. And then a little water thingo somewhere. That's only 3 by 3. So, because what we're eventually going to need to do, we're not going to do it straight off at the beginning. We're going to eventually need a second power station to power all this, because there's going to be a lot of stuff. So we just want to leave enough room for that. So let's go walls, and let's do this. I don't want to waste the room though, because we are on a small lot, so we don't want to waste too much space. Maybe we'll just extend this to garbage. Like that, just so it sort of rounds it out quite nicely. So where's my garbage? Oops, like that. Okay, and then I don't really need to do that now, but just so I don't forget. Okay, so there's utilities, and then we can do, maybe if we do visitation in this area here, could work. Or actually, hang on, because when we do. We should do the workshop near deliveries, because that's... If we do deliveries on the inside of the prison, that means the prisoners go and pick up everything from deliveries. And I think that could be quite good. Actually, we might expand deliveries, because when we get a whole bunch of sheet metal coming in, that might be a good idea to leave the space. So, for a maximum sized workshop, I think it is 20 by 12... But that might be the interior. Hang on, we can plan this out. So you can have up to 10 thingos. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this needs to be a little bit bigger because I made it too small. Yeah, so that was the inside size I was thinking of. So we need to make it a little bit bigger. Like that. And then get rid of all those. And then we'd place them like there and there, I think. I don't think you can rotate them unless they fix that, because I think that was a problem, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, so we're obviously not going to build the whole workshop now, but I just want to plan out where it's going to go so that we will have maximum efficiency when we get it. Is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so, because basically you can have 10 workshop saws and workshop presses, basically, of 10 of each, so then you can have a whole bunch of prison inmates in there doing all your bidding for you. And then obviously we need tables as well to put everything on, and I think we should have enough room down the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 4, and 3. Oh, that kind of sucks. Alright, we'll leave a gap. So 4, 4, 4, and 4. Oh yeah, that works perfectly. Look at that. And then we can just have a door in the middle. And then I think we should do, in that case, we should do a, because we're going to have a door to the delivery. Actually, we could just do a door here, couldn't we? Straight from the workshop to deliveries. And then we'll do another door. I'm just trying to think. Maybe we can make this hallway staff only, because I don't think, because if we do the door to deliveries there, the staff, I mean, the inmates won't have to come down this hallway here. And then we could just use this for the staff to go to garbage and deliveries and all that kind of stuff, which could actually work quite nicely. So, we bring this up here. Oh, that's not a wall. Bring this up here. Okay. Oh, that's really annoying that it doesn't. It's not the same height. All right, I'll make it a little bit bigger, and then we can have the entrance to the room up the top. Then, so then the inmates will come in from the top or something, or whatever. Maybe. It's annoying sometimes when you have doors that are too small or not enough space for them to get in. They all kind of just like pile up and sort of get stuck everywhere. But yeah, I think that that's how we're gonna go for now. That's the plan, anyways. I just don't like this room here. How it's like that. There's gotta be a better way of laying this out. I don't know. All right, so that's just a future plan for the workshop. We'll probably just start off with a few things down here. So it'll just be a giant room that's pretty much empty. And then we'll expand as we go. So, having done that, if they come in the top... No, maybe I should make the entrance over this side. Because then I have to do something up here now, which I don't really want to do. Okay, well, let's design a cell block, because we're going to have 8 prisoners the first day. So, maybe cell blocks of around 16 would be good. So that every time we build them, we can just do another 16. What we can do here, actually... Maybe if we do that... What could this be? This could just be... Actually, if we just do this room there, that could just be storage or something in there, but that might be too big. And I'm only doing it in a weird shape because that's a weird shape. But I don't know. We'll leave that for now. And then, so this is going to be a staff-only little thing coming in here. So we've got a little prison coming along quite nicely. If we're gonna, we need visitation, don't we? Which I was gonna do down here somewhere. Hang on, maybe if we move this, we do visitation in here. Oh, hang on, the prisoners need to get there, and if I want to do this stuff only, I need to think about this. I need to think. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So, if we had maybe do visitation down here somewhere. So we have no, but I don't want to have multiple entrances into the prison. Basically, I only want to have one. Otherwise, things just get a little bit messy, and then you find your guards take your prisoners in the wrong way, and it's just annoying. Like in one of the prisons I did before, the way I did it, I had an entrance into the kitchen, and the guards would always take the prisoners through the kitchen to get into the prison, which was really stupid and really annoyed me. So I don't want to do that. We'll use this one entrance. Maybe we can just do it here, visitation. So visitation tables are basically... How big are they? Where are they? Here it is. What is that? That's 3 by 2. Okay. So not emergencies. We're going to get objects 3 by 2. So we're going to get a few of them in here. That's not 3 by 2. That's 3 by 2. We could do... Oh, we'll leave a bit more space than that. Maybe something like this. Just have 4 of them in there. No, maybe we'll go 6. We'll do another bunch here. I think just like that would be fine. So walls. That can be our visitation. And then we will have... So we'll have 2 security doors here, basically. One jail door there, 1 jail door there. And then we could do maybe a staff door there, and then like a wooden door here just so that visitors can come in. That might be getting a little too convoluted. And then we'll just have like a guard in this area here to open the doors for people to come in, and we'll have staff doors for deliveries and garbage as well, so that the workmen can get through. Actually, no, we'll move the staff door there, so it's on the other side of that. And maybe for garbage... see, now garbage has an awkward door situation. Unless we just move the jail door there and put the door there. That might work better. Yeah. Alright, this is my my thinking process out loud, so I have to deal with it a little bit. Alright, we'll just put those back in. We'll get objects for doors. So we'll put door there, door there, door there, door there. And that should be good. And a door there. And then the prisoners will come in the back somewhere, which we'll sort out as we design it further. So basically we can get rid of that because we're not using that right now. But that's pretty good. But we're not going to build the visitation just yet because that's not vital. So we wanted to build all the vital things. So we need to do a kitchen and a canteen. We might do that now. And all the kitchen supplies come through delivery. So we probably want to... We can just do it right next to the workshop, I think, if we do the kitchen here. So how big are the cook... I just want to leave... We basically need to make everything big enough that we can put more stuff in it. So those are 2 by 1 and those are 2 by 1, and then the sinks are 3 by 1, yeah. Okay, so let's go planning objects. So if we do a kitchen up here, so we go cooker, cooker, cooker. I don't know how many we'll need. Cooker, that's 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we do a row of... Not there. Maybe we'll just do it there. And then we can just leave a little bit more space. So then we could leave another room for another row there that we can put in later. So we could do a kitchen like that. And then we might as well just do the whole kitchen, like the full length of that. It's getting a little presumptuous that we're going to have tons of inmates, but you never know. You never know. We might go crazy in this. And then we want to have some sinks. So we have some sinks there and there. Maybe there? Oh, that's 4. No. unless we move the sinks up a little bit. So one there, and then a couple there if we need them, and then we can have the entrance to the canteen there. So everything gets cooked, plenty of room, and then canteen. So, canteen, let's see. How big do we want this? It's gotta be big enough, really. I don't know. I don't know how. See, I have never built I've never built a giant prison. I've always just done ones. I've just built them as I've gone along. I haven't really planned them out before. So this is kind of entirely experimental for me. I have no idea what this is going to end up like. So, okay, so we got the kitchen there. So basically then we'll have staff door there, and it will go down this staff only corridor into the deliveries. And then they can get their ingredients, go like that. Doot, 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 doot. And I'll be fine. Oops, daisies, and then I'll just put a wall there for now in case we need to put something there. And I think that's, we could probably just end the corridor there because I don't think, and then maybe to make the canteen a little bit bigger, like that. So then, okay, so our tables, we need serving tables and all that. Our tables are 4 long, I believe, so we can, that's a bit cramped. We'll make it a little bit bigger, this room. We'll make it 1 longer. Like that. Okay, so we're going to go 4, yeah, it's 4 by 2. Like that. So we could do a whole bunch of tables. Not 2, it's actually 3, sorry, that was just stupid. Because you need 2 benches on either side. So we could do that. Down here. Bunch of tables. Like that. And then we could do serving tables, 5. 5, 5. Have 3 serving tables. And then another table. That was wrong size. Another table because we don't need any doors there. And that could work. And actually, what if we rotate these? Do it this way. Oh, well, it still goes like that. So, I don't know. Which way's better? What if we do them like that? Well, actually, it would have to be like that, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be. Alright, hang on. 5. I don't know, it's getting really cramped though, and that's one of the problems I had in my old prison. I just made everything too cramped. Alright, let's get rid of that. Maybe that's not the best idea. Objects, we want to go 5. Like that, okay. 5. Maybe if we just have 2 serving tables. I don't know if that's going to be enough though. I have no idea. I just don't know. I haven't played, and I played enough of this game to know what I need, but I haven't played enough to know how much I need. So there's that problem. We'll do a door there for it. Yeah, actually this up here, because this is what this is turning into now, is basically a pathway up here, so prisoners will walk along. And then maybe we can do something down here. We could do the yard down here actually. Maybe this end will be a yard. That could be good. We'll do something like that. Okay, so maybe that'll be okay. I don't know. Look, we can always build another prison if this one completely fails, so don't worry about that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. So we got our canteen. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to mark these down. No, it's not going to let me because there's no building. Okay, I was going to mark it, but that's alright. So let's do... So we've done canteen, kitchen... yard, it's going to be up here somewhere, so let's just do it. How big do we want our yard? Should we do a pathway? Hang on, go back to planning pathways. We want to do a pathway around it. That's a pretty big yard though. I don't want to like that. I guess we can do a building in here somewhere. Maybe if we do like a building here for something. Maybe this could be solitary here. Let's go. How big is this actually? How much solitary am I going to need? I have no idea. I've always just been... I've never really known what to do with solitary. I saw someone do it like this, where you just have like these tiny little rooms, just 1 door, which is incredibly harsh. But it means you can have a lot of solitary, so... But I think I want to at least give them a toilet. I feel they need a toilet. You can actually fit a whole bed and a toilet in there as well. Yeah, there you go. Which in reality, if in solitary, they would have a bed and a toilet. This is a game, so I'm just going to do it like this. So we'll get a bunch of these in here. So this is where solitary is going to be, I've decided. Right there. And then how many do we need? That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 solitary cells. I don't know how much we need, to be honest. That'd probably be enough. We need an infirmary and a thingo. So we're going to do an infirmary here. How many beds can we fit in here? So hospital beds. It doesn't really matter, to be honest, because well, at least with the prison I had before, I never had one riot. So I was pretty proud of that prison. Maybe if we do something like that. Yeah. So we could fit in a bunch if we needed to. But I'm probably not going to use them all. And then we're going to need a morgue. Or we don't really need a morgue, but we don't have to build the morgue now or any of that kind of stuff. But we can just plan it out so that it will be there eventually. Unless we do something here. Maybe we could do security in here. How big is that? So it would be 3 by 3, 3 by 3. That would allow us to have 36 cameras, I think. 36 CCTV cameras around the place. If we do that. So then we have these 3 things here. But we don't have a morgue. I feel like a morgue should be attached to the infirmary. I guess we could just do it at the back here. Straight on the back wall, maybe? No. Actually, we could just take this all back onto the back wall here. And then that could be there. They don't tunnel out of solitary, do they? I don't know. Hope not. Maybe I'll leave that. I don't know. Because I need a morgue, which I guess it should be close by on that. And actually, I still need to do utilities somewhere as well. Actually, we can do that here. We can do utilities here. So we can have a water pump, which will be about that big. And we need 5 by 5 for the other things, which is kind of annoying. And you don't want them to touch either, so 5 by 5. We could have, that's just a really, I just don't like how uneven it is. Just how it's placed, it's hideous. I don't know if you can do that, like have them touching like that. Because then you could do it like that and it's slightly neater and it makes a nice little pattern. But I think maybe we just do 5 by 5, 5 by 5, and then 3 by 3 there, and then just have a room going along here. Actually, we don't need to leave that much room for it. We can have it touching the back wall there. And then they can have a staff door somewhere over here. We'll do one there. And then that'll be our utilities room. And then we got a little bit of spare space there that we can, it's just getting stepping up. Well, we can probably make the garbage smaller. Garbage doesn't need to be that big, so that'll solve that little annoyance. Rooms, remove. Alrighty. So back to planning. Alright, so we're going pretty good right now. At least I'm happy with how it's going. So this will be our yard up here, this little area. Which is good. That means that area is filled in. Do a little pathway there too. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's good. Pathways. Yeah. So, we have workshop, kitchen, canteen, solitary, infirmary. Don't have a morgue. I don't know where to put the morgue. I mean, we should put it next to this. Next is infirmary somewhere. Unless we just take off a bit of the solitary there and we make solitary wider that way. So we do a morgue there and then just have more solitary here instead. So we do that. Do that and then maybe that. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We only have 9 solitary now though. That should be alright. I don't think we need that much. I'm hopefully not going to have to be too harsh because they'll all be very, very happy in my prison. It's going to be a wonderful place to live. They'll never want to go home, basically. Alright, so we'll do that. That'll be fine. And then we want to we'll have a pathway coming down here somewhere. That, doing something, I don't know. And then we can do some cells here. We also need, so what do we need? Let's go, where's my yard? Yard, we'll just mark that out now. It's going to be yard area there. Good, that's good. Right, so we want to do, well, we're going to have a temporary holding cell. Oh, we could have a permanent one, doesn't really matter. Maybe we could do holding cell just next to solitary or something. So it's all in the same building. What am I doing? No, I'm planning. We could just do a holding cell here somewhere. Pretty big holding cell, just so we can get a whole bunch of extra people in case we need them. That should be alright. And then we can start doing some cell blocks here, I think. So let's have a look at what we want to do in the cell block. So I wanted to get at least 16 cells in here, so let's just start building them out. So I want to go like that. Let's go across. So we want to 8 on each side. So, oops, that's not right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so if we have 8 cells like that, what do we want to? No, that's all right. Okay, we'll do 8 cells like that. Do I want to leave a 2 gap? I don't want to waste too much money. I want to at least be able to build this 1 cell block at the beginning, because you need at least 15 at the beginning, anyways. So if we do a cell block like that, and then we want to have some showers. The only thing with this is that I'm not going to be able to fit another one behind it. I mean, I guess I could rotate it in here somewhere, put one over there. Unless we move it, cut it back to there so it lines up with this a bit. Oh no, we're going to have to shift everything back. I want it to line up with this. Maybe. Oh, actually, no, if we do that, then we have a 2 pathway there. So we've got 5, so that's 10, 12, and then how much is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. If we do it like this, then this will sort of just go right to the back, and then we'll do some showers here at the back maybe of this. So I have showers in each cell block, which could be good. Alright, for whatever reason my game just crashed then, but luckily it saved everything, so that's good. Okay, so we're gonna, what I was saying is they're gonna do showers in each cell, I reckon. They're only gonna need 16 showers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that'll be fine if we just do that. And then we can just do cell blocks like that. That'll be fun, because then we can do another one just here, I think. How big is it? So it is 12 by 29. So if we do one here, 12 by 29 fits in perfectly. And if we do another one here, say 12 by 29. Another one here, let's say 12 by 29. 12 by 29. And then we're going to have a little bit of a problem here because it doesn't fit. So what we might do, how many can we fit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we just split it off, that's an annoying size. Maybe if we make the whole way in the middle only 1 wide, it's just getting a bit cramped then, isn't it? I don't want to cramp everything together unless we just join the cell. Hang on, what happens if we join the cell blocks? That means we're going to have to move this one up, actually, this whole cell block that I've just designed. If we move them up 1, that might have enough room. I don't know, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what happens if we do that. So we're going to just get rid of that real quick. Okay, we'll leave it like that. So we need to do 12 by 29. Yep. 12 by 29. Just seeing how many I can fit in quite. I want to fit in quite a number quite well. 9. 12 by 29. Okay, so then that's okay. I think so. We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this time. And then how much extra space do we have here? We have 7 meters extra. Up the top, we have 2. So maybe if what we do is we go get rid of those 3. So if we have a set of 3 up there, and then let's just drag that down there so we can see. And let's go 29 by 12. 12 by 29 and 12 by... Oh, hang on, that's not right. 12 by 29. Right there. So if we could do it like that. Only problem I'm going to see with this is... Wait, are you sure we can't just move them out 1? I don't think so. I think that's when it just ruins everything. I think what's going to happen if I do that is... Oh, actually, that's only got a 1 gap down there. So maybe that needs to move up. Ah, this is becoming very awkward. Okay, so let's... And then we got that annoying gap at the back. Just trying to see how many I can fit in that are going to be quite modular. That's only 11. That should be 12. So those are okay. Then these are all sort of like squished in together, which kind of sucks. Which I don't want to do. I don't know. Maybe we go... I like the idea of getting 6 in, but maybe we can only go with 5 then. Alright, so let's go down the bottom. We're going to leave 2 gaps. That's right, isn't it? No, that's 1 off. Should be there. 12 by 29. What if we leave a gap of 2 between each cell block, so we have like a 2 wide pathway between each? I just want it to sort of even up a little bit so they kind of meet nicely in the center. Or at least nice-ish in the center. 12 by 29. So we still have that giant gap there, which is kind of annoying. How big is that? So that's 6 and that's 2. So if we move this one down a couple, I think, is that right? I'm just guessing, to be honest. So if we do that, that's now 4 and that's now 4. So we can just have that one in the center maybe. Like that for whatever reason and have giant pathways. Okay. Then we have a little space in between all here, which we can sort out in just a second. The first cell block we'll build... Could be any of these really, but I think we'll build this one first just because it's in a nicer position. Like that's all cramped up there. We'll do that one later. So we'll build this one first. So we'll design out all the cells so we can see where they're going to go. Like this. Nice. That will go like that. Like this. And I think this should be pretty good when we get it going. And then I'll put in we need to design the other rooms as well down the bottom. So that'll be like that. Then we'll have all the objects there for 4. Room for doors. To our cells. Like that. That's good. And then we'll have large jail door at the front there or whatever. And I'll go in. That'll be good. Right, so we've got our cell block. Let's have a look. So we've got our holding cell there as well. That'll be our holding cell. We've got solitary. So we've got cells. Yes, we will have them. Holding cells. Yep. Solitary. Yep. Canteen. Yep. Kitchen. Yep. Shower. Yep. Yard. Yep. Storage. No, we don't actually have storage, but we can chuck it down there somewhere in a little minute. Deliveries. Yep. Garbage. Yep. Execution. No, we don't. I've never actually used execution, to be honest. So I don't know if we're going to do that at all. Workshop. Yes, we have that. Security. No, but you don't actually. That doesn't actually do anything. Like it actually. I think unless I've changed it. Let's have a look. Oh, no, I can't. In bureaucracy, it says unlock security, but doesn't actually do anything yet. So I don't think you actually need that. Officers, yes, we have 4 of those. We need 1 more for the warden, actually. I've just remembered, so we'll do that in a second. Infirmary, yes. Morgue, yes. No, we didn't do a morgue. Oh, no, yeah, we did. We did one there. Common room, no, we haven't done a common room. Oh, we can do it in here, actually. We'll use that area there. Laundry, no. Visitation, yes. Cleaning cupboard, no. We can also use this sort of area we have in the middle here. And that's almost everything done. So, we're going to do some more planning out here. We've got a lot of space down here, though. So, we could always just add more cells in later. But then I think the problem... See, if we... How many prisons are we going to get if we do this? So, we have 16, 32, 48, 64, 70... No, not 70. Wait. 8? Oh, hang on. Wait, what did I get up to? Let's count. So that's 16, 32, 64, and then 76 we'd end up with all this. I think that's right, isn't it? Maths. I think I got that right. Around 70 to 80 then. If we build all of these out when we have the money. So do we have enough space for them? That's really the question. But we're going to build a common room. Alright, we might as well just build it up to there, to be honest, and then just have a corridor. So if we do that, that can be our common room, right in front of that cell block there. I don't like that these aren't lined up, but that's kind of how it's got to be. So, that's just how it worked out. So I think it should be alright though. 2 wide is usually fine for everyone to walk through. So we want a laundry as well. We want a pretty big laundry. We can just do it like that. I think that's exactly the same. Yep, I've just divided the canteen in half. If we ever needed to, we could also expand the canteen there, because that's common room. We can build common room somewhere else. Only problem, the kitchen though. If we have a problem with the kitchen, we're gonna have a problem with the kitchen, because we wouldn't be able to expand it if we do end up having a problem. Just taking a drink, sorry. So how many things can we fit in? Because there's actually a lot of stuff to fit in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then we'd have 14 cookers we could have up to and 14 fridges, which is a lot. So I think we should be okay. As for the canteen, though, I'm not sure. I think it should be okay, though. I think we should be okay. Yard is over there, so everyone go do yard. It's pretty far away actually for these guys. They'd have to go all the way up around here. A lot of the stuff is far away for the guys down here. Maybe we can do an entrance to the kitchen canteen there. Cut the laundry a little bit smaller. And then do something there. I don't know what I'm putting there. I haven't decided yet. What was something that we needed? A cleaning cupboard. Oh, we got some money. I didn't even realize I was on... Oh, when I loaded it back in, actually, we would have come back to this. Now it's nighttime. Let's go back to daytime. Let's just fast forward. So we actually got money there, which is good. Right, so we could do a couple of cleaning cupboards here somewhere if we make this a little bit bigger. Divide that in half, maybe. Have a couple of cleaning cupboards. They're pretty big, though. I don't know. I don't like how this is sort of all sort of... I just don't like how nothing's lining up nicely. Alright, get rid of that. I did like the pathway there, though. And I did like the space. I did like the nice big space here. I do like... I mean, we've got tons of room down here. Maybe we'll use this instead. So we'll hang on. Let's do some pathways in here just so we know where they're going to go. So we'll have a pathway there. Come around here like this. Like this. I don't know what the hell the workmen are doing. They're all over the place. So I'll come down there. And we can have another one here. Maybe what we'll do... We'll keep the yard there as well, but I think we'll do another one here. Just because we can. What am I looking for? Yard. There it is. Do it here, maybe. Like that. And then we'll just have a pathway coming down here somewhere. Actually, we might... What if we do it like that? Let's extend this building just one. I think that just looks nicer. Pathway there. Rooms. Yard. There. It just sort of lines up nicely and the pathway hits that building quite well. Which is okay. That's fine by me. So, when it comes down to building, I've got to make sure I can build everything. Because I don't have that much money. Well, we should be able to build a cell block. We could always just make a smaller version of these and then extend it. But when you go to extend things, it gets really, really messy. Right, okay, what do we need? We need common room. That is what we do need. So we should do that. We also need storage. Well, we don't need storage, but we can use it. It's always handy. I'm going to do a common room down here somewhere. Maybe just here, actually. We need some cleaning cupboards as well. We'll do a common room there. And then we'll do cleaning cupboard there. Quite big, so we can get a lot of workers in there. Do a couple there. And then... Actually, yeah, that's perfect, because that goes straight into visitation here. So look at that. That's good. We're going to have a door into visitation there for the prisoners, which is good. Which I like. Actually, that's really good. That worked out well. What can we put there? What do we need? We do need storage, don't we? Office. We need a warden's office. Maybe we'll just chuck it in down here. Doesn't need to be this big, though. Got so much space that I haven't done anything in. Well, we could do another cell block here if we really get if we get the money ever to do it. The cell block there. Warden's office, maybe? That's pretty big, though. Oh, well, now it's not. It's kind of thin. It's just another cleaning cupboard, really. Oh, damn. And the cell block is like one longer. Alright, well, but then that pathway doesn't line up perfectly like it did. No! It's just, it was also perfect. Unless we do it like that. Have a weird indentation there. I don't know. Like that. And then that will come around here. That'll be good. So then we end up getting 6 cell blocks, sorry, if we ever actually get enough money to build them. And then down over here we can do storage somewhere, actually. Maybe we'll switch... No, I was going to say maybe we'll switch deliveries, but I like deliveries because it's quite big at the moment. Which is always nice. I'll leave that like that. I'm going to do storage over here somewhere. Do storage... A long room. It doesn't need to be that big, but we also... It doesn't need to be that small because we don't have anything else really that I need to build. Or because I've actually compacted quite a few of these things quite small. So I don't know. There you go, they're all moving the stuff to storage. How nice. So we've got all this space here, which I don't really know what to do with. Rooms, cleaning cupboard, visitation. So, okay, let's have a look. Cell, yes. Solitary, yes. Holding cell, canteen, kitchen, shower, yard, storage, deliveries, garbage, execution, workshop, security, office, infirmary, sorry, morgue, common room, laundry, visitation, cleaning cupboard, and kennel. I don't know if I'm going to do a kennel because they're quite expensive to do, but I think we've got everything planned out, to be honest. Like, it looks like I've got everything that we're gonna need. We could just do another yard here, just do a third yard if we really need to. Or we could maybe make storage a bit bigger. I don't know. Storage doesn't need to be that big, though. I feel like I'm forgetting something and I'm doing something really stupid, but at the same time, I think I've got everything. And I think it should all be okay. In theory. What I do want to do actually, with the workshop before we, let's put walls back in here. Because if we, they're going to be stealing a ton of stuff from the workshop if we don't stop them. So, we want to make sure we have scanners in here. Metal detectors. And we could also do some at the entrance of the prison, so when they come in we could detect it straight away. That might be a good idea. Actually, oh, sorry. Where would they take the prisoners? So if they came in, because at the moment it kind of doesn't go anywhere, they would have to go through the kitchen again, which is actually what I don't want them to do. Or they could go through, actually they could go through Visitation. Alright, now screw you. We're just going to do a hallway right there. But now a canteen's even smaller. But then that's okay, because that comes straight out to the yard. It should be, oh god, that's all over the place. So they could just come straight through here now. It could be good, but it could be bad too. I'm not sure about. Not sure about that one, I don't think. I don't know. Canteen is pretty small. We could extend the canteen a little bit. Oh, I guess we can always extend it in the future if we need to. We could yeah, we could just shuffle everything along. I think that leaves enough room for expansion. And then down here, I think we'll just leave that. You guys can give some ideas on that. Okay, so let's pause. And maybe we should start building. Or should we? Dun dun dun!